All right, Libras. It seems like there's a lot of fun, a lot of sugar and spice and intimacy that you're craving or that you're going to be really focusing on this season. So get excited because the fire energy from this Sagittarius season seems to be serving you very well. So, my beautiful Libras, honestly, the first thing that came through was just passion and intimacy and having fun this season. So if some of you have been pursuing a lover or really just wanting to take your relationship to the next level, this seems to be very evident and amazing. I mean, it's the holiday season. We're using the lightheartedness and the joy and the optimism that are very prevalent in Sagittarius season to our advantage. Of course, remember, Libra is an air sign, Sagittarius is a fire sign. They're very compatible. And fire lovers or fire-based lovers, so Aries, Sagittarius, Leos, could be maybe one of the top of the list that you're deciding from, or one of many that you're pursuing. And also, Libras, the energy of Catwoman came through, of this kind of like very sleek, very sexy, even just latex. This is very specific. It'll probably just be for a few of you, but just wanting to elevate and expand what brings you joy or pleasure in the bedroom or in life, or just allow you to feel more sexy. I want you to play with that if it feels called to you, or also just feline energy. So cats and the intuition and the divine feminine, I often link with that kind of regalness of cats personally. And lastly, a blue heart came through very succinctly. So really honoring your throat chakra. I feel like that's been something that's been coming through again and again and again for Libras, especially this year in these Tarotscopes, is really just using your voice to state what you do and do not want. And with the eclipse season upon us, with all these portals being activated, with the surge in the collective cosmos and energy spikes, there's really no time to be indecisive or not to claim exactly what you want, Libras. This is your time, okay? So enjoy it, connect in with what you truly desire, and watch it come in. And maybe watch the Catwoman movie or movies if they resonate, or just maybe embodying that power and that intensity if you want. The first three cards that I pulled, and to keep in mind, Libras, this season I felt called to use a tarot deck called the Steel Wizard deck. I feel like a lot of symbolism very much links to Sagittarius energy. And there's extra bonus cards that are in this deck that aren't in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So we'll see if any of those pop up, okay? The first three cards I pulled were the Emperor with the Four of Swords and the King of Wands. So it does seem like there's a lot of expansion in the power that you're going to be yielding right now, Libras. And so don't be afraid of, like I said, asking for what you deserve, what you desire. This Emperor energy, of course, linking in with Aries energy. You can even kind of see the symbolism of Aries a lot more succinctly in this imagery, and this connection to within a tree, connecting in with the earth element. This has been coming through a lot for every single zodiac sign. Venus is currently in Capricorn. She's about to go retrograde near the end of Sagittarius season, which means she's in her pre-retrograde shadow. So even potentially for those of you who are in relationships or be choosing between lovers, choosing between certain jobs and opportunity, you may feel like you want to move into a position where you're going to be supported, or one that's going to serve the long game, and not just frivolously pursuing energies that are just fun in the moment. Of course, still do that if that resonates with you. But I do think that some of you are wanting to approach even people that have more power. You want to be in connection, in relationship with people that know what they're doing. And yeah, we'll come back to this. But this Four of Swords energy too is really beautiful. Again, there's also this connection to the earth, and even just kind of really honoring any spiritual practices, any rituals you have in place. With everything that everyone went through during Scorpio season, your energy might be all over the place. And so taking time to get grounded, to rest, to meditate, so that we can attract these higher offers of love and power, Libras. Please do not sleep on that part of your practice, of what you are calling forward. Even in terms of, you may even be deciding between two different jobs or two different levers. One that seems very powerful and very alluring, that could be good as maybe a lateral move or a stepping stone, and one that may take more effort or more work, where you really need to bring yourself higher before you can approach it, or that's going to challenge you to even step forward in a more confident role. And that could also be this energy of the Four of Swords being in between the King of Wands or the Emperor. So you could partner with someone, or you could pursue something that's going to be a bit of a level up, or really take this time to recalibrate and then go for the jugular, or go for the grandiose dream or partnership that you really desire right now. The King of Wands too is also asking you, is there something that you're passionate about? Is there something that you want to, maybe even whilst you're calling forward this part of your life, that you can delegate other priorities or other things in your life that you don't want to do? So if you're really focusing on X, Y, and Z, then you're probably not going to have time for other maybe menial tasks or other relationships that aren't serving you anymore. If they're not allowing you to grow and to level up, this may be a time where you're going to take a step back and say, these aren't priorities anymore. I'm not going to keep saying yes to this. I'm not going to keep saying yes to these people, because A, I'm having way too much fun over here. But secondly, I want to actually be in a position to address these people or these opportunities. And also, this just kind of came through very succinctly, and it's nothing I really have to tell Libras, but look the part, dress the part. Even if you're just working from home or working on your CV or working on your LinkedIn or whatever that is, look the part, look sexy, look hot, look like you dress for the job you want, so to speak. Even when you're working out, if you want to have new attire that makes you feel confident, that makes you feel powerful, I want you to kind of think in the sense that you're approaching way more power and way more opportunity in all aspects of your life. So we want to speak the part, we want to dress the part, we want to feel that frequency across the board to welcome that in. And like I said, with the intense energy of the eclipses and with us still integrating with everything we went through during Scorpio season, please take time to rest, prioritize your spiritual practice, meditate. These are all things that for me are non-negotiable right now. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or that you're not able to reach these manifestations or there are delays, really come back to this Four of Swords type energy, because certain things aren't going to be revealed until you're ready for them. And those intuitive downloads are not going to be as clear if we're just spreading ourselves too thin, which sometimes Libras can do if they're in that perfectionism mindset or that people-pleasing mindset, instead of just focusing on what they know they desire truly. So let's see what else is coming through for Libras. What else do Libras need to know? I also, if some of you have been struggling with food or eating too much, eating too little, or just binge eating as well when you're stressed, I want you to be mindful of that. I just saw Oreos and just kind of like eating them all, or just kind of like being in the fetal position with all this like food everywhere, like a food coma. American Thanksgiving is going to take place in a few days, but just being mindful of what you're putting into your body in all aspects, I think is going to be really important. In that kind of gluttony aspect is, are these energies serving you or not? And that also again ties in with the Venus and Capricorn of that earth element again, which keeps coming through in every single reading that I'm doing. The Lovers, we already knew this energy of intimacy and passion and, I was going to say enjoyment. Basically, yeah, like I feel like you're having a lot of fun, Libras. And so that's just something that no matter how I shake this tree, that fruit keeps landing. So really, like I said, using that Four of Swords energy to get grounded every single day and speaking what it is you desire, what it is that you love, so that these channels can just be so clear to allow Source, to allow God, to allow the universe to give you exactly what you want. And for some of you, I feel this almost might be shocking at how powerful you are once you get into that place of just really being succinct and clear. You're like, oh, I've had this power this whole time. Also, though, when there are these periods of expansion, sometimes we can be very fearful or using our words to block our blessings of, I can't believe this is too good to be true, this isn't gonna last. And then instantly all of that gets taken away because you're doubting yourself subconsciously. The reason I say that is because we also have this Tower card in effect, and we also have the Five of Swords. So with these two cards, I do think there might be some jealousy. I think there might be other people projecting their fear onto you. So I want you, like I said, as you're going higher and higher and higher, as you're reaching new opportunities, new collaborations, more intimacy, greater love, not everyone is going to be as happy for you. Even though Libras, for me, like Libras and Leos are some of the biggest cheerleaders for everyone else. They're so happy when other people succeed truly, for the most part, of course. And so when other people project that, sometimes Libras can, like I said, go into that people-pleasing mindset of, whether consciously or subconsciously, then not standing in their power, not going after what they want because they're afraid of losing that friendship or they're afraid of that person being mad at them. So I want you to really assess, Libras, that as you keep going higher and higher, as you keep acquiring everything you've ever wanted, that there might be some pushback, there might be some relationships that you have to assess in thinking, I've been friends with this person for my entire life, for years, but it's no longer aligned. They are always making these little underhanded comments. They're not happy for me. And this could be family. This could be close lovers that you now have to reassess. So maybe it was fun, but even a week, 2 weeks into Sagittarius season, you have to evaluate if that mutual respect and love is still there and if it's going to allow you to grow or not. I think that a lot of this, like I said, can happen very quickly. Your strength, your power, your confidence, that solar plexus chakra is going to grow and grow and grow to then support your heart chakra, the lovers, for all of this to come in. And the only thing that's going to hold you back is your own lack mindset, your own fears, or trying to appease everyone else around you. If you can keep your eye on the prize, so to speak, honor and enjoy the fun and pleasure that's available to you, then do so. And fun and pleasure doesn't have to be in the so obvious way of sexy time. It could also just be enjoying time on your own. It could be working out and having so much fun, getting to finally make that a priority. It could be learning and growing in business, playing with your pets. Whatever that is for you, I want you to make that a priority to allow more of that to come in, succinctly voice what it is you desire, honoring your spiritual practice. And if you are noticing intuitively or physical evidence that other people are not happy for you, I want you to reevaluate those relationships to see if they're going to be supporting you long-term. Again, tying in that Venus in Capricorn, and Venus, when she stations retrograde, is going to be conjunct Pluto. So there will be some power dynamics. There may be a lot of jealousy that could come up. And so if we can just be aware of that, then we have nothing to fear because we're just going to be operating from our higher self and not from the projections of others. Okay? So Libras, that is my general reading for you all for this Sagittarius season. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, all tips and donations to support content creation here at Stillwater Alchemy are greatly appreciated. The link to our PayPal can be found in our bio. Or if you want to book a one-on-one reading to delve into these themes further, all my availability for the rest of the year is now on our website. And please share, tag with a fellow Libra that could benefit from this message, knowing that that all these blessings are about to come through very quickly, okay? Thank you, Libras, for watching. Have a beautiful Sagittarius season, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.